Okay, so I'm just going to go over the e-collar with you quickly. So this is the handle that you're going to hold, the remote, and this is the receiver. These are the attachment bits. Her hair is stuck in everything. These both have to be making contact in order for a stimulus to be produced. If only one is touching skin, there will be no contact. And this is an issue when we start getting into consistency. So if I am not producing consistency, it can make the tool very confusing. So with her long fur, inside of the box, you'll see that there are different attachments. These just spin off. There's longer ones. You can buy winged ones if it's better. But so far these have been doing their job no problem. She hasn't had any issues with them. But that just means when you put this on, you're going to want to make sure that it is on snug. The dog shouldn't be able to scratch and spin it to the other side of their neck. You can buy different collar pieces. It just slides right through. And you can also cut this. It's very long, but there's that. Now we have the receiver, the remote. So to turn on the remote, you'll see this L. It's the light, but it's also the on-off button. So to turn it on, I actually hold that button until it says on. I am now on. Okay, so you'll see here there is a C. That means that the stimulus that gets produced is continuous. So if I was to hold the button, it would produce a stimulus for as long as I hold it. If I tap it, it's just one tap. There is an option to do momentary. I don't see the purpose in momentary because I can do momentary with continuous. But momentary, if it was just on momentary, if I held it, it would not produce a continuous stimulation. I personally don't use momentary ever because I feel like with continuous, I can do both. So you'll see here, right here, there is a T. And then here, there are two S's, a black S and a red S. So these are your stimulus buttons. This is either a tone, which is a sound, or a vibrate. I have it set to the tone. Most dogs don't like the vibrate. It can't change intensity, so it can be very overwhelming and more aversive, I find, than anything else. So I don't really use it. I usually turn it off. So this is not on just because this is on. Very important to know. In order to turn this on, you need to magnetize it. So you'll see this red dot and this red dot. I'm going to touch them together to get that green light on. Show you one more time. This turns it off to get red light, green light. Good. So now they are attached. I always like to make sure that I can actually feel the stimulus and make sure it's working, so I can feel that. Right now I have it at a 7. That means the black is the number. The red is actually 5 up from that number, so it actually gives me a 12. You'll see 7 with the black. Red gives me a 12. So it's an automatic boost. That only goes up to 20. You've got this. That's the tone. It makes a sound. And then this dial up here is what I want you to play with. So you need to start learning how you want to hold this thing. You want to learn how sensitive it is to change dial. If I wanted to go from a 6 to a 15, how much effort does it take for me to turn it? How do I want to be holding it in my hand? I like to have my index on the black, my middle on the red. I use my index to change it if I need to, and I can still press really easily, but it just takes practice. This is going to be a tool that takes practice. And then I have my thumb on here. And then when I switch it over, it's the same thing. I just hold it backwards, and I know I have practiced with it so much. I know which way is down, which way is up. Hope that helps.